With that breaking news, a woman is in custody after Kernersville police say she pulled a gun on officers. Lindsay Klein has breaking details on the case. Hello to you, Lindsay. What led officers to fire their guns in the first place?
Yeah, Wanya, here's what we know. Kernersville police say Destiny Fewell was giving them some trouble when they pulled her over. Now, investigators say this happened shortly after 11 p.m. Kernersville police say Destiny Fewell was spotted driving erratically down South Main Street. An officer saw her driving at high speeds and weaving in and out of the lanes. And when an officer actually initiated a traffic stop at the intersection of South Main Street and Old Winston Road, we're told she became belligerent and uncooperative, refusing to show ID, roll down the window, or get out of the car. Two officers made efforts to get her to comply and eventually forcibly entered through the driver's side window when she pointed a gun at them. Now, in turn, both officers discharged their weapons. Fewell was shot in the shoulder and was treated at the hospital and then taken to the Forsyth County Detention Center, where she's now being held without bond. She does face multiple charges, including 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. We are told the officers were wearing body-worn cameras. We're making outreach to find out when those will be released.
Thank you, Lindsay. Breaking news from the state capitol. Governor Josh Stein has vetoed a bill that would have allowed municipalities to regulate homeless camps by moving them to designated spaces. The governor rejected House Bill 437, which would ban sleeping or camping in public areas statewide. Counties, cities, or towns could get the state's approval for a designated campsite for up to 1 year if they can prove there aren't enough beds available to serve their unhoused population. Local governments would be required to provide security, toilets, and water. The bill also aimed to impose harsher restrictions on people who attempt to sell drugs in homeless shelters. In his veto message, Governor Stein says the bill is poorly constructed and would make it harder for homeless people to get back on their feet. The measure now goes back to the Republican-controlled General Assembly, which could vote to override the governor's veto. Turning now to our forecast, it's a WXII 12 first warning weather impact day as we deal with hot and humid conditions that could cause some storms to fire up. You couldn't tell that we could have some bad weather a little bit later on, but meteorologist Dave Bacon is joining us here. Hey, my friend, what can we expect as we get into the evening time?
Hey, Wanya, yeah, I tell you what, you're absolutely on the mark when you say the heat and humidity out there are going to create some showers and thunderstorms across the area later this afternoon. It's muggy out there, too. 87 in the Triad at the moment, 85 Raleigh. It's 90 in Charlotte, 85 back in Asheville. And the dew point temperatures, you know, when these get above 70, it's pretty tropical feeling out there, and that's where we are, mid-70s down around Raleigh, 73 in the Triad, a little bit drier back out to the west, not quite as humid out there. A few clouds starting to kind of bulk up out there and get a little bit more height to them, and that may create a few showers and thunderstorms. We've seen a few showers trying to get going up into Caswell County, and we've got one lone cell that's moving into areas of western parts of Ashe County up near West Jefferson at the moment. We are in this marginal zone for severe thunderstorms later this afternoon. That would be primarily from damaging winds and maybe a little small hail. The other thing, there's so much humidity out there. When you get these storms to develop, they drop a lot of rain in a very short period of time. Grasshoppers are getting underway right now in Greensboro. They've got a noon pitch. Temperatures already into the mid and upper 80s. It'll feel like it's in the low 90s at the moment right now. That's kind of the heat index that's out there. And later this afternoon, an isolated storm is possible. It'll feel like it's in the upper 90s, close to 100 by some of those later innings later this afternoon. We're going to take a look at the end of the week forecast, and we'll take a peek into the weekend, all that in just a little while. Wanya.
Thank you, Dave. Crews are working on repairing multiple water main breaks in Asheboro right now. The city says crews are making repairs along North Fayetteville Street, Scarborough Street, Tremont Street, South High Street, and Clay Street. No word on how long these repairs will take. The city is reminding drivers to watch for standing water, crews, and temporary traffic changes. They also remind drivers to never drive through flooded roadways. The city of Burlington taking steps to conserve water there. City council members voted to put voluntary restrictions in place last night. Residents are asked to be mindful of their water usage by doing things like limiting how long you water lawns or gardens and flushing toilets less often when practical, of course. These restrictions do not apply to private wells. Similar restrictions are in place for people who live in Forsyth County, including the city of Winston-Salem. Residents should fix any leaks as soon as possible, keep showers to 5 minutes or less, and only run dishwashers or washing machines with full loads. Getting you now to some other headlines. A judge has continued the case of a man accused of killing a letter carrier in Wilkes County. A hearing for William Durham on first-degree murder and kidnapping charges today was canceled. Durham is charged in the death of Brandy Reynolds. The U.S. Postal Service says Reynolds was killed on the job last month. Her body was discovered on Monteith Acres Road in the Hayes community. Neighbors in that community say they loved Brandy and she went above and beyond at her job. A man charged in a hit and run in Yadkinville on the 4th of July is expected to face a judge for the first time. Police say Carl Posick hit a motorcycle with his vehicle at the intersection of East Main Street and North State Street. We're told the motorcycle driver is expected to be okay. Posick faces several charges, including felony hit and run.